Hey everyone, it's April from Wildlife Yoga and Health. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a variation of a classical sun salutation for you. Just getting some deeper back bends in with the flow, but also being able to experience the full classical sun salutation as well. So we'll be opening our hips as well as doing some back bends to warm up, and then from there we will start to work into King Pigeon. So even if you're not all the way there, don't worry, this is just practice, so you can always come back and practice again. All right, so let's go ahead and get started by just doing a little quieting of the mind for a couple of minutes. So sitting here in an easy pose. If you want to lift your hips up on a block or a bolster or a pillow, feel free to pause the video and grab that now. Otherwise, we will go ahead and get into it, closing down the eyes, relaxing the breath. And then the hands can be on the knees or in the lap. Breathe into the belly. And exhale, let it go. And if you'd like to today, if this is a morning practice for you, or even if it's an evening practice, maybe setting an intention. Since we'll be working through the heart and the hips, maybe something surrounding your emotions or kindness. Maybe you want to just focus on being kind today, or to receive kindness. Maybe you don't receive a lot from others or yourself. So maybe something about self-love. And then quieting the mind. Holding that intention in your mind. Breathe into it. Really letting all the other thoughts just dissipate. Noticing them come up, but coming back to the breath, back to your intention. And then slowly opening up the eyes, flutter open the eyelashes, welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and get started in a downward facing dog. We're gonna get heated. This is definitely gonna be opening the body. So if you ever feel like you need to take a warm up, go ahead and take a warm up of a few sun salutations before you start. All right, let's go hands and knees. Walking the hands forward just a tiny bit. Toes tuck and the hips lift, downward facing dog. Maybe you walk it out here, bending one knee, straighten the opposite leg, and rotate, walking the dog. Breathe into the belly, and then settle here into this pose for a moment. Hold the belly up and in, lift the hips a little higher, maybe bend the knees. And then looking forward, go ahead and slowly walk all the way to the top of the mat. We'll inhale as we halfway lift, and then exhale as we fold. Inhale, arms sweep up, upward hands pose, and exhale, hands at the heart. Take a breath here, eyes can be closed or soft. Slight squeeze to the glutes, slight tuck to the lower ribs. And then we'll get started opening the eyes. Inhale, arms swim up. Interlace the hands except for the index and thumb. Press the hips forward, arms go back, Kali Mudra. Exhale, forward fold, slight bend to the knees to protect the lower back. Inhale as we halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back, lower the knee, toes untuck. Inhale, arms sweep up, low lunge. And then exhale, open the heart, pull the elbows out, cactus arms, heart opener. Inhale, back up. Plant the palms, step back into your plank pose. Go through your first Vinyasa flow. Press off the toes, shoulders go past the wrist. Maybe we go to the knees for the first time. Shoot the elbows straight back in line with the ribs as we lower down. Inhale, cobra. Open the chest, lift the chin. And then downward facing dog. Come back up, hips high. Take a full breath here. Right foot now comes between the hands. Lower the back knee, toes untuck. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, open the heart, pull the elbows back, cactus arms. Inhale, back up. Exhale, palms plant, step the back foot forward. Feet all the way together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold, maybe a bend to the knees. Inhale, root to rise, arms swim up. Kali Mudra with the hands, interlacing everything but the index and thumb. Hips forward, arms back. Exhale, hands at the heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. Interlace the fingers, Kali Mudra, hips forward, arms back. Exhale, hands through center, forward folding. Inhale as we halfway lift. Palms plant, step the left foot back. Knee lowers. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, open the heart, elbows come out. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your plank pose. Go through your vinyasa. Maybe we go full chaturanga, elbows straight back all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra, or maybe up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. And then left foot comes between the hands. Back knee lowers. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the heart. Inhale, back up. Exhale, palms plant. Step the back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Kali Mudra, hips forward, arms back, maybe a little deeper. Exhale, hands at the heart. All right, so if you feel a little warm from that, let's go ahead and get a little deeper into the hip flexors. So at the top of your mat, feet all the way together, hands at the heart. Take a breath. Exhale, maybe out through the mouth, cleansing breath. Inhale, arms sweep up. Kali Mudra, press the hips forward, arms back. Exhale, hands through, heart center, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Create space. Plant the fingers. Step the right foot back. Knee down. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, open the heart. Pull those elbows back like little field posts. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plant the right palm next to the foot. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Easy twist. Breathe here, and if you want a little more heat, you can always tuck the toe, lift the knee. Take one more breath. And then reaching back, lowering that knee, reaching back, parallel to the back of the mat. Maybe we start to reach for the foot as we bend the knee, and then grab for the outside of the foot. Maybe you widen that left foot a little bit if you need some more space, keeping that knee directly over the ankle. And if you want to, you can lower down to the elbow, deepening that twisted monkey. Breathe here. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and lower that foot down slowly. Come back up into your runner's lunge. We'll step the front foot back into your plank. Go through your vinyasa, maybe full chaturanga till we're 90 degrees with the elbows. Flip through the tops of the feet, press through the palms, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. And then right foot comes between the hands. Lower the back knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open the heart, pull it back. And then inhale, back up. Exhale, left palm plants next to the foot. Reach the arm up, twist. And if you did tuck the toes and lift the knee before, go ahead and do it on this side as well. Breathe, activating that back leg so this knee is not sinking, it's active, that quad is awake. One more breath. Lower the knee down, reach the arm parallel to the back of the mat, and then maybe we start to bend that knee and reach for the outside of the foot if you did it on the other side. Here you can widen that right foot a little more out, and then maybe we come down to the elbow. Opening the hip flexor here. And again, with that right leg, notice if it's in line, knee and ankle. One more breath. And then go ahead and release the foot slowly. Don't let it slingshot. Plant the palms, framing the foot. Step the back foot forward. Feet together. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Arms up. Kali Mudra with the hands. Hips forward, arms back. Exhale, hands at the heart. Take a couple breaths here. So we're going to get into that King Pigeon variation here. And we are going to just do like a mermaid variation first, and then we'll get into the actual King Pigeon for our final little flow. So inhale, arms sweep up. Kali Mudra, hips forward, arms back. Back bend. Exhale, hands through heart center. Forward fold, slight bend to the knees. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the fingers. Step the left foot back. Lower the knee, toes untuck. And then inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, cactus, heart opener. Remember your intention. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, left palm plants next to the foot, or maybe even a slight bit in front of it. And then reaching that arm parallel to the back of the mat as we bend in that knee and reach for the outside of the foot. Heel toeing that right foot out a little bit. Maybe we come down, twisted monkey. Take a couple breaths here. And then go ahead and start to come back up on that palm. Release the foot. And then plant the palms, heel toe that right foot across the mat to the opposite side for a pigeon. Coming down, nice square hips here. And really just seeing if we can bring our hands a little bit more next to the hips. Make sure that that back leg is on top of the kneecap and we're not kind of sitting here all lopsided. If you are and you have a lot of space underneath your right hip, feel free to put a block or a blanket underneath for padding to get you nice and square. Right palm plants next to the front foot. And then we start to reach back, bend in that back knee, and reach for the inside of the foot this time. Start to flip the palm so that it's facing down on the foot. So the wrist is at the toes, fingers are at the ankle. Maybe you press down a little bit. Really stretching that hip flexor and engaging that glute. And maybe you start to wind the arm around, hooking with your elbow. Mermaid position. Coming back with that right hand next to the outside of the right knee. Lift the right arm up, engage that core. This is a balance here. And then reaching to bind the hands above and behind the head and open the heart, look forward. King Pigeon variation. Take 2 more breaths. Really hook that elbow with that toes, with the toes, and breathe. 1 more breath. And then slowly release, slowly with that foot. And then planting the palms. Step back, plank pose. Go through your Vinyasa flow. Straight forward, straight down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a full breath here. Reaching that left foot in between the hands. Lower the back knee, toes untuck, and we inhale as we lift up. Low lunge. Exhale, open the heart. Pull the elbows back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plant the right palm next to the foot. Inhale, left arm up. And then it starts to reach back, parallel to the back of the mat. Bend in that back knee, reach for the outside of the foot. Twisted monkey, maybe coming down to the elbow, widening the stance of that left leg. Breathe. And then slowly release the back foot as you walk back up onto the hand. Frame the foot with the hands and start to heel toe that left foot across the mat, finding your pigeon on the opposite side. And from here, again, making sure you're nice and upright. If you need your padding here, put your padding here under your left hip. Breathe here. And then start to plant that left palm next to the left foot as we reach back, parallel to the back of the mat, and then start to bend in that back knee, reaching for the inside of the foot. Now we twist and shift our palms so that the fingers are at the ankle and the wrist is at the toes. Press down. Breathe here. Be gentle if you're not that open in these hips. That's okay. This is part of the journey. Take one more breath, and then maybe we start to hook it around, finding that mermaid pose on the other side. So foot hooked in the elbow, reach the arm up, come forward with the chest and the left hand's on the left side of your knee. Lift the left arm up, reach for that finger, and find your mermaid pose. Maybe you're a little more closed off in this area, maybe you're a little more open. Squeeze the glute to protect the opposing muscle, which is your hip flexor. One more breath, hook those toes in that elbow, and then slowly release the leg, not letting it slingshot. Palms plant, step back into a downward facing dog. Take a breath. All right, so normally we would close out the sun salutation here, but I want to give you a chance for full King Pigeon on the other side, on both sides. So go ahead and inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Toes go straight down, heel goes straight up. Our hips are nice and square. So we're not opening, our toes aren't pointing out. Look back at your foot. Is it pointing down? All right, knee to the chest. Pull it up and in, cheetah pose. Pull the heel a little closer to the glutes. Breathe, round that upper spine. And then the knee comes to the right wrist, let the foot go across. Start to walk it back into your pigeon pose, and then the hands come next to the hips. Straighten your pigeon, make sure the hips are nice and square with the top of the mat. And then right hand comes next to the right foot. Go ahead and reach back parallel to the back of the mat as we start to bend in the knee. Now we turn the toes out, so out towards the left side of the mat, and then reaching under, grabbing for the outside of the big toe with this underhand grip. Then we start to pull it a little closer to us as we back bend into like a little twist here as well. And then the elbow starts to rotate up, breathing here, pulling it up and in. Maybe you need a strap for this. And you take a pause and go get a strap. Inhale, left, right arm up, reach for that other hand, and then walk it down. Breathe here, find that balance. It's a deep back bend. Take a few breaths. Lengthen the heart up to the sky. One more breath. And then slowly release, nice and slow, nice and steady. Let go of the foot. Lower it down to the ground. Plant the palms. Step back into your plank. This is your last vinyasa. Press forward on the toes, elbows straight back, lower towards the ground. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath. And then left foot goes straight up. Three-legged dog. Engage that glute. Toes down, square hips. Knee comes towards the chest, up and in, round that spine, create that space. And then the left knee to the left wrist, let the foot go across. Lower down into your pigeon. upright pigeon. Breathe here. And then left hand goes to the front of the left ankle. Reach the right arm back. Start to bend in that knee. Turn the toes out towards the right side of the mat. Underhand grip here for the outside of the big toe. And then start to bend a little more, folding towards your foot towards the back. Lift the elbow. Rotate the gaze up. And hold here. Maybe this is as far as you can go. Maybe you start to take that left arm up, reach for the hand, and pull it closer. Lift the heart up towards the sky. One more breath. And slowly release. Not letting it slingshot. Use the muscles. Come all the way down. Plant the palms. Bring yourself back into a downward facing dog. Take a full breath. And the knees come all the way down to the ground while the feet go out to each side of the mat. So like a little triangle with your knees and your feet. And then we'll start to come back. Maybe you need a block to sit on between your hips and your heels. Or maybe you move the flesh of the calf to the side and you sit here between your heels. So if they're a little far out, go ahead and bring them so they're just right on the outside of your hip. And then settling in here. Again, if you need that block or two, feel free to use that. Otherwise, hands can be on the knees. Deep breaths here. Trying to counteract all that back bending we did. Getting some internal rotation of the knees, releasing the muscles there. Take 2 more breaths. And then start to press into the fingertips to come up. Swing the legs around to the front of the mat. Straightening them out long. And then maybe shaking out the knees a little bit, because that was a deep stretch, very deep stretch. All right, 1 more breath. And then we'll come to stillness. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, maybe a little bend to the knees as we fold forward a little bit, but keeping the back straight, arms next to the ears. Keep it active, keep it active. And then lower the hands down. Start to walk them forward. Maybe we round in that upper spine a little bit. Chin to the chest. Seated forward fold. Paschimottanasana. Breathe deep here. Call your intention that you set at the beginning of the practice. Maybe open the mouth as you exhale. Really relaxing the body. Take 1 more breath. And then go ahead and roll it up slowly, painting the fingertips on your yoga mat as you unravel the spine all the way back up. All right, so now let's go ahead and bend the knees. Take the feet as wide as the yoga mat. Hands can come behind you. And then go ahead and shift the legs over to the left. Touch them over to the right. Bringing the knees to the ground, that's our goal here. If you can't get all the way there, that's okay. Just the intention is what I'm really looking for here. But if you did all of that other stuff, I'm sure you don't have a problem with this. All right, a couple more times. Releasing that lower back. 1 more each side. And then come all the way back up. Scooch down on your yoga mat. Feet come together, knees part, and then walk it back into a reclined bound angle. Hands can either be on the insides of the thighs, palms up next to the hips, or maybe 1 hand on the heart, 1 hand on the belly. So you decide. We'll go ahead and lie here for about a minute, and we'll use this as our Shavasana today. If you want to do any other type of variation, such as legs up the wall, or just regular Shavasana, feel free. Recalling your intention and quieting down the breath. All right, wherever you are, go ahead and take a big inhale. Fill the belly. Exhale, press it out. Out, 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 out. Every last drop. Then you'll inhale into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Hold at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Feel gravity wash over your body. Feel the earth coming up to hold you and anchor you to its surface. And then go ahead and slowly take the hands to close the knees if you need it. Knees come all the way to the chest. Abdominals, knee to chest pose, or basically a reverse balasana. And then taking the hands behind the thighs, go ahead and start to rock yourself up and down, forward and back to come up into a seated position. All right, coming back to your easy pose. Thank you so very much for practicing with me today. I would love to know what your intention was for your practice. And if you want some more deep back bends, feel free to let me know. They're my favorite, so I wouldn't mind doing that for you. Okay, hands will come to the heart. Thank you all so very much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope to see you again soon. Feel free to leave a comment and we can converse and all of that, create some community. All right, namaste. All right, I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.